I did a whole video, unfortunately, and forgot to turn on the capturing so you could hear it. Well, that doesn't help. So we're going to talk about this Max for Live plugin, ChopChop. Now, just up front, you need Ableton Live Suite to be able to use this. And ChopChop is exactly what it does or says. It's a chopping feature that you can use. What's cool about it is you can just drag and drop audio in it, set the loop length, pitch it however you want it, leave it forward or reverse, and then you can start setting the slices, a little bit of offset or whatever you want, your rate that you want it to chop in, the quantize, you can turn it on or off to different divisions. And then there's a window button, and I'll be honest, I don't know what the window button is for, but IJ Audio has a video on it, and he probably explains what the window is for. Now, he did say in the video that this is better with breaks and with loops that you know the bar length for. So you could do this with any loop, but just know that it typically works best with breaks and percussion and things of that nature, and things that are in an exact loop length that you know. All right. Anything outside of that, you can get some rando stuff, and maybe you want that. So feel free to try. So what I did was I basically, here, I'm going to show you. I have it set up here. I'm going to show you it by itself. Here's a drum break from the count I dropped in. And then what I did was set it to 4 bars, 8 slices, or 4-bar loop length, 8 slices. And then I set the offset just a little bit so that it doesn't hit exactly at the beginning all the time or wherever it jumps. Set the rate and the quantize and turn the window to 1/8. And this is what I got. Now, originally, I think I had it at, might have had it at a 4th. So let's put it at a 4th and see what it does. Here you go. Why is this cool? Well, up front, you can see I took a drum break and I basically just made new drum breaks off of the one. So it's a cool way to sample without having to pick the slices you want. Now, of course, it's fun to sit there and play the slices, and you could do that in Ableton easy by just putting a sampler in and dropping in a sample and then chopping where you want the chops and then just play it back. That's pretty easy to do. So you might say, why would I get this? Well, first of all, it's free. And sometimes we have a tendency as humans to be very repetitive. It's just what we do. And so this can give you some ideas of other ways to have your samples or your drum patterns or whatever you're going to do to come out different. Because all I did was change the settings, and there you go. Now, if I change the window again, it changes it a little bit. I like that. So I think the window has it jumping the window at certain sections of the chops. It'll jump at a 4th is what I believe it's doing. But it's really cool. And so I was able to take this and create 2 random drum patterns, as you can see right here. And I just recorded them straight in from ChopChop, sample right into an audio track. And I made that. So I think this is highly worth your time to download because it's free. Get it while it's free, because if he starts making a better, stronger version, he might want to charge for like a pro version of it where it does more stuff. And at least now you're in the know of how it works, and you might find it very useful to you. I'm going to try it myself with some percussion. I'm going to try it with just taking a sample that I chopped that's 4 bars and see what it can give me. You can try anything in it. Again, the more you make this loop an actual loop, the better you're gonna have chopping it. Reminds me of kind of what the P6 does. The P6 chops, and I think the Digitac 2 and the 1 I think do the chopping that way, where you drop in a perfect loop and then it just sets the chop points for you evenly. That's pretty much what it's doing. This would be cool if you could adjust the chop points more, but I'm not really stressing that because most of the time if I were to use something like this, it's going to be for some percussion or some drums, and I don't do it often, so it's not a tool that I'm stressing about in that way. But I thought about something as I was working with this. If I make a drum break that I like, but I don't like these drums, I still have that feature that I talk about a lot, which is to convert to drums. And I could take that MIDI and then add my own drums to that MIDI. So pretty cool feature to have in Ableton. And ChopChop is a free plugin, so I'm going to start using it a little bit more to create some unique stuff. And I'll probably feature this in another video. It's made by IJO Audio, and it's called ChopChop. And I think they just released a FM synth of some sort called Flume. I think it's called Flume. Anyway, check his stuff out. I believe he's on Gumroad, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's where I got this from. But he has videos on YouTube, so watch his videos too. And yeah, see if you like it. I think you will. All right, that's it. I'm out.